Swatting is a dangerous prank where someone falsely reports a serious crime, such as a hostage situation, active shooter, or bomb threat, to emergency services. The intention is to provoke an aggressive response from law enforcement, typically involving a SWAT, Special Weapons and Tactics team. This tactic is often aimed at harassing or endangering individuals, often during live streams or in disputes between online gamers, but it can happen to anyone. Key details. Origins. The term swatting comes from the involvement of SWAT teams, which are deployed for high-risk situations. Mechanism. The perpetrator makes an anonymous call or uses technology to mask their identity, such as spoofing the victim's phone number, making the report appear credible. Consequences. Swatting is highly dangerous. Victims can face armed officers at their homes or workplaces, leading to traumatic experiences, property damage, and in extreme cases, injuries or fatalities. Legal ramifications. Swatting is illegal and punishable under laws against false reporting and misuse of emergency services. Convicted perpetrators may face fines, imprisonment, and lawsuits from victims. Swatting has its roots in early online gaming and hacker culture, becoming a way to escalate personal disputes or harass others. It gained attention in the early 2000s with the rise of online multiplayer games like Call of Duty and Counter-Strike. Perpetrators exploited vulnerabilities in emergency response systems, often using voice-over Internet Protocol, VoIP, or caller ID spoofing to disguise their identity. High-profile cases. Andrew Finch incident, 2017. One of the most tragic swatting cases occurred in Wichita, Kansas. Tyler Barris, a known swatter, called 911 and falsely reported a hostage situation at Finch's address. When police arrived, Finch, unaware of the situation, was shot and killed. Barris was later sentenced to 20 years in prison, a landmark case emphasizing the severity of swatting crimes. Online streamers. Swatting often targets gamers and live streamers. In 2010, a swatting incident during a live stream led to a police raid being broadcast live, drawing attention to the issue. Prominent streamers like Dr. Disrespect and Summit1G have also reported being swatted, bringing the issue to public awareness. Political targets. Swatting has been used against journalists, politicians, and activists, raising concerns about its use as a form of political intimidation. Laws and sentencing. In the U.S., swatting is treated as a federal crime under laws addressing false reporting, terrorism hoaxes, and misuse of emergency services. States like California and Kansas have introduced specific laws targeting swatting, including harsher penalties for incidents leading to injury or death. Internationally, swatting is also being addressed through cooperation between law enforcement agencies to track and prosecute offenders. Psychological and financial impact. Victims. Swatting incidents can leave victims with lasting trauma, anxiety, and distrust of law enforcement. Families have sued swatters for emotional and material damages. Law enforcement. Each swatting call diverts significant resources, costing police departments thousands of dollars per incident. It also endangers officers who may be exposed to unnecessary risks. Prevention efforts. Technology solutions. Telecommunication companies and law enforcement are working to identify and block spoofed calls. Services like AlertWatch allow individuals at risk of swatting, e.g., streamers, to notify local authorities in advance of potential hoaxes. Awareness campaigns. Law enforcement and tech platforms educate users about the dangers of swatting and encourage reporting suspicious activity. Community action. Streaming communities actively discuss swatting risks, with platforms like Twitch implementing safety measures to protect creators. Swatting is a serious and evolving issue in modern law enforcement. As technology advances, efforts to combat swatting must keep pace with new methods used by perpetrators. Education, legal reform, and improved response protocols are key to preventing and addressing swatting incidents.